Okay, just before we crack into today's video, let me explain how you can help us. More and more Kiwis are waking up to the fact that New Zealand is in big trouble right now. So how can we turn this country around? The answer is through education. What does that mean? Well, it means exposing more and more people to our videos. It's as simple as that. Just click on the subscribe button on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and you'll be subscribed. What happens then? Well, when you subscribe, YouTube sends our videos out to more Kiwis. That's how it works. Subscribing is free. You'll never be charged anything. It's just that simple. So please do it and then enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Just by subscribing, you can play a big part in the solution to fixing New Zealand. Well done, you. Well, good morning, you beautiful New Zealanders. In today's video, I'm going to be giving a commentary on retired District Court Judge David Harvey's Treaty Bill oral submission. This is part 2. Part 1 was yesterday, so let's crack into this. In this video, I'm going to commentate on David Harvey's excellent submission. This is part 2 of a 2-part series on his submission. In yesterday's video, we explored the idea of a referendum, which the judge supports. We talked about how Maori sold 92% of their land. We talked about how they ceded sovereignty, and we discussed the concept of RANGATIRATANGA, which is something that they bandy around. That's the activists bandy around a lot. We need to know what that means. We were not sure whether the judge supported the right understanding of this Maori word or not. He left us wondering. Number 4, there is a full description of the correct understanding of RANGATIRATANGA or TINO RANGATIRATANGA in the description of this video. So today we pick up where we left off yesterday. Watch.
Submission from Judge David Harvey, who's joining us online. David, thank you for joining us. We have you for 10 minutes this morning before the committee, so I'll hand over to you to begin your presentation.
Thank you. My name is David John Harvey. I'm a retired District Court Judge. I currently hold a practicing certificate as a barrister, and I have a Bachelor of Law degree, Master of Jurisprudence degree, and a Doctor of Philosophy degree. I support the bill, and I believe it should proceed. It's a matter of such importance that I think it should be properly placed before the electorate by way of a referendum. Principle 3 provides for equality before the law and the equal enjoyment of fundamental human rights.
So David starts off part 2 by saying that he supports equal rights. Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? He is supporting David Seymour's third principle, which is that all New Zealanders are equal under the law with the same rights and duties. Unbelievable. That's great. Well done, David. So let's keep going to see what's next.
The entablature of the United States Supreme Court building has the phrase equal justice before the law. That is what Principle 3 is all about.
So David Harvey is talking about the front of the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. That's what it looks like. So what does equal justice under the law mean? Equal justice under the law is the idea that everyone should be treated exactly the same and fairly under the law, regardless of their race, religion, sex, or other characteristics. So how should we reply to this? Well, all people in New Zealand are currently not treated the same. We all know this. Maori are treated as first-class people group and everyone else second-class. So you might say, well, give me some examples. Well, here they are. See, in New Zealand, we're not equal under law. There are 12 new high protection areas in Auckland's Hauraki Gulf have been established to protect and restore marine ecosystems while still allowing only Maori to fish in them. So they're not really marine reserves at all. They're race-based exclusive fishing zones. Te Whare Ora is using taxpayer money for Maori and Pacifica of any age. Note that it's only Maori and Pacific ethnicity to receive free advice and management, including free medicines at pharmacies for certain conditions. Next one is the reduced or the removed rates for Maori landowners under the Local Government Amendment Act 2021. What do they get? Well, they get their rates written off if they're owing, remove rates altogether for landowners not developed, and reduce any remaining rates. See that? Oh my goodness. The new $26 million visitor centre at Punakaiki Rocks in the South Island was given to local iwi, who then charged the public for entry, so the public pay twice. New guidelines from Pharmac reveal that Maori are the priority population. You want to have a look at that sometime. Just look at the new Pharmac guidelines. Essentially, those with Maori ethnicity will not be guaranteed priority treatment ahead of others with greater health needs. Iwi allowed their own justice system, which often does not go into the victim's favour and gives lenient outcomes for offenders. Auckland surgeons must now consider ethnicity in prioritising patients for operations, giving priority to Maori and Pacific Island patients, contrary to the Human Rights Act 1993. Since May 2023, only Maori and Pacific are allowed to get GP referrals for free counselling. New Zealand Health Strategy 2023 should be equally about all New Zealanders, but focuses on inequity for for Maori. Maori or iwi are mentioned 169 times while European is mentioned 4 times. Get that. The Department of Internal Affairs has released a proposal for a new way to regulate social media and traditional media platforms that will control what can and cannot be discussed online. However, Maori are given elevated status, co-governing role within the regulation body. Maori are granted protections to express themselves freely, a privilege not given to other New Zealanders. The proposal will place Maori at the heart of the decisions about what New Zealanders are allowed to say. Mate, this is Nazi Germany. Government agencies need to ensure 8% of government contracts go to Maori businesses. Only Maori can apply for all government contracts. Everyone else is restricted to 92% of them. Get that. 438 million in taxpayer funding given to upgrade privately owned marae across the country. That's 510 projects or 358 marae from a range of Crown funds, including from COVID funds. So Maori got all their maraes done up. We paid 438 million for the whole lot. What about the brownies? And what about the scouts? What about the yacht club? What about the boating club? What about the conservation club? None of those, all privately owned. None of those got any funding, just Maori. All employees from the Department of Conservation will get $3,500 of taxpayer money if they attend a Maori language course. Maori or Pacific Islanders make up over half of GP clients. They get an increase in funding. If the proportion is 49% or below, they get no increase. Look at that. How's that for manipulating the system? 7.7 million for truancy issues for Maori and Pacific students. Nothing for non-Maori and non-Pacifica students. If you're non-Maori and non-Pacifica and your kids don't attend school, tough. You're not getting any help. Maori given access to funding for their legal costs to claim the seabed and foreshore from the mean high tide out to 12 nautical miles. Opponents to Maori claims must fund their own legal costs. How's that for screwing the whole system? We pay Maori to sue the system, to sue us for more money and for all the foreshore and seabed. We're paying them to take over this foreshore. 7.3 million taxpayer dollars to make new screening process for cervical cancer screening free for Maori and Pacific Island women, but anyone else pays $40 to $60. The government funded $107,280 in taxpayer money to a racist stage show about murdering James Cook, his descendants and white men like him with pig hunting knives. Remember that? Requirement for staff to take into account a student's cultural identity when awarding passing grades rather than their individual merit. Meritocracy's gone out the door. Look at that. How's that? How's that for lowering the bar and screwing up a society? Maori get free bowel screening for 55-year-olds. Maori will get superior access to bowel screening. 12 million government support for Maori landowners to invest in a growing sheep industry, milk industry. Report by the Auditor General on the 290 million Strategic Tourism Assets Protection Program. The Tourism Recovery Minister decided to fund all tourism businesses that scored more than 15 out of 30 points in the assessment process. They also decided to fund all eligible Maori tourism businesses, including those scoring less than 15 points out of 30 in the assessment process. In other words, if you're a Maori, the bar gets dropped so low that everybody qualifies. 825 million was given to Maori in the last budget. The other cultures received little or nothing. That's apartheid. That's racism. That's separatism. That's not equal under law. Man, this is what David Harvey's getting at. This is what David Seymour's getting at with his 3 principles. 223 budget, Te Matatini, that's the Maori Performing Arts Festival, has its annual funding increased from 2.9 million a year to 34 million over the next 2 years. It's gone up to 48.7 million. Look at that. What is this? All of this is just racism. It's apartheid. It's separatism. This is the face of the new New Zealand. This is it. Equal under law. No way. This is what retired District Court Judge David Harvey's talking about. New Zealand's getting screwed over. By the way, I've only just scratched the surface with examples of inequality in New Zealand We are definitely not equal under the law in this country. There's no way we are. So who ultimately is to blame for all this? Well, obviously the answer is Luxon. Luxon has allowed all this to continue. In fact, he's not just allowing it, he's fueling it. All the while trying to divert our attention away from the main issue and onto building the economy. It's a trick. I tell you what we need in this country. We don't need him. He's an activist. What we need, him. That guy. Somebody just like him to come and sort all this crap out. Because we can't just fiddle around with all this. This takes a major kind of guy we need. Okay guys, that's enough for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Now we need your help with something. This is important. We have produced some great flyers and brochures which we want to get into the hands of all New Zealanders. So we need to go around the mainstream media. They're not going to help. In fact, they're making things a lot worse. So we have to go around them. And we need your help to make this happen. We can't do this without you. So what are we talking about? First, there is our business cards. They're only 3 cents each plus courier to get them to you. Then there is our latest booklet called The Psychology of Takeover, 19 strategies Maori activists are using to take over the country. It's 80 pages and packs a huge punch. So they're cheap, they're $3, and they're absolutely fantastic if you want to get a handle on what's actually happening in New Zealand. Then we have a few thousand of our original Stop Co-Governance booklets left over from my tour in 2023. Remember these? You'll remember we printed 550,000 of these. Well, these are now free because we realized that only about a third of New Zealand houses got this booklet last when I did my tour, and so we want to get to the other 2/3. So if you do a few streets around where you live, that would be absolutely phenomenal, and they are free now. Then we have our MACA, that's Marine and Coastal Act brochure 2, which alert people to the loss of our beaches. You know, we're in danger of losing all the beaches around New Zealand. The text is written by Graham Adams, who's a great author. These are now free. And then we have our beautiful bumper sticker, which we've just made. And why are we doing this? Well, New Zealand's identity is under threat. We know that. First activists have and are still trying to change the name of New Zealand to Aotearoa. We don't want that. We must oppose this. This is rubbish. Where's the referendum saying that we want to change the name of the country? There was none. It was just forced on us. Second, Maori sovereignty flags are appearing more and more all over the place, and they're just treason. So we've got to get these bumper stickers out. So we've printed some awesome bumper stickers. They're $3 each, and they measure 21.5 by 6.5, so you can see how big that would be on your car. To get any of these free products, all you need to do is pay for the courier to get them to you. For the products that cost something, like the bumper stickers or the little psychology booklet, it's the cost plus the courier to get them to you. So to order any of these products, just use this email address, cards@stopcogovernance.kiwi, and we'd love to hear from you. Finally, if you want to access all the videos we've ever made, including all our most viewed and most popular videos, and have them all in one place, which is what people are asking for, then just type in this address into your browser. There it is there, https www.youtube.com/@stopcogovernance, and you'll find it goes straight to our channel. Then what you do is save this address to your computer as a favorite. Job done. Well done. Then you've got them all in one place forever. And all the new ones that are coming in get placed into that address, so you won't miss anything. Okay, last thing, please, oh please, don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll get the latest videos straight into your inbox. You'll never miss a video, which is great. You'll link up with like-minded people all over New Zealand, and that's very, very stimulating to have meet up with all these people who think like you. You'll be telling YouTube, I like these videos, and they will respond by advertising our videos to more Kiwis for free. It's incredible what they do, but it just relies on you replying to comments and making comments and liking things and sharing things and activity. That's what it is. It's just activity on our channel. And turning New Zealand around is simply a matter of reaching more Kiwis with the truth. So just click on the subscribe button on the bottom right hand side of your screen. The little yellow arrow is showing you where it is, and you'll be subscribed. Okay, see you next time. You guys are awesome.